So, when I was a freshman in college, I did a report about music. And it was kind of like a free response type of essay. The prompt was talk about something you're passionate about. And I'm not the type of girl who has hobbies. I don't do sports. I like do things randomly, but I don't keep up with them. I kind of switch from place to place to place, you know? So when people ask me what my hobbies are, it's always a blur. And I usually just say, and it's such a millennial thing, but I usually just say I drink coffee a lot, and that's my hobby. So, anyway, I wanted to use that as my intro because yesterday was a really hard day. Not only for me, but for some people who I'm really close with. One of my closest friends had a terrible day. My girlfriend had a terrible day. I didn't necessarily have a terrible day, but I do unfortunately struggle with seasonal depression, and it happens in November every year. I start feeling overwhelmed. I feel this weight on my chest, and I think it's because of something that happened like 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I just had a very, very strong depressive episode, and it started in November. And every year in November, I get like flashbacks from it. The sun starts to go down earlier. I start to like relive how I felt that year. It was just a really, really bad situation, and yeah, now in November, I just feel this way. Anyway, so the whole point is yesterday was a terrible, no good, very bad day for myself and some of my loved ones. And I gave out some advice yesterday, and honestly, it was kind of powerful. Like, not gonna lie, it was pretty powerful. And, sometimes when you're telling other people advice, you realize that maybe you're saying the things that you need to hear as well. And I gave this advice to my close friend, and soon after I gave it to my girlfriend as well. But as I gave this advice and as I read my own message over, I realized maybe that's not only what she needs to hear, maybe that's what I needed to hear too. And a lot of this advice was themed in music. So I just want to go through a few songs real quick. I'm not going to play them out loud. I'm just going to show you some visuals and what they represent. So first of all, one of the biggest issues that was happening yesterday had to do with things that were happening now that were really, really hard. Right now, for things for me that are really hard would be like group projects, grades, assignments, finals. College is hard. High school was hard too, but it's done now. I don't even really think about the assignments I did, the tests I did. I don't think about the grades I got. Well, maybe a little bit, because I kind of ate. But still, that's in the past now. High school is just stories I tell people now. I tell my college friends stories about high school, but that's all high school is now, a story. That's when I realized that's exactly what college is going to be. So it's November. I walk the graduation stage in May. So in less than a year, college for me will be one big story. I will look back at these moments when I was super stressed out, and I'll be like, what even was that? Why was I so stressed? Everything worked out. And yeah, sometimes it's hard, and sometimes the way there sucks. But this is how I think about it, right? I'm gonna read from my message because I truly worded it the best I could in this message. I said, I think of time like the Maria's music video for No One Noticed. I'll show you that in a second. I'm like Maria, and I'm swimming around in slow motion, but I'm pushing through time with every movement. I swim slowly, and it's tough, and it brings me down, but I keep going. Time doesn't stop. I keep getting older. Every single bad day continues to turn into a story I look back on. this keeps me sane when I have days where it seems like the world is against me. I just gotta keep pushing through the rough waters of time. I'll get through it. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the Maria's No One Noticed visualizer, I'm gonna quickly show you on mute because I'm not trying to get flagged, but Maria is in this body of water, and sometimes she's doing flips, sometimes she's just trying to get by, and I feel like that's there's so many ways you can interpret art, but I just feel like that is such a good way to think about hard times. You're just pushing through. And like sometimes she'll flip here in a second. Sometimes things are really easy and they're fun and you're just flipping around. Other times you're like, I don't know, it's just kind of time. It seems to move slow, but yeah, it moves so fast. Like you're just pushing through. So I think about that a lot. The second song I brought up was George Harrison. George Harrison has a song called All Things Must Pass, and actually it's the name of his album too. If I had the ability to have a senior quote in high school, which I didn't because my high school was really sketch, that would have been my senior quote. All things must pass is such a powerful message. Yeah, you're in this moment now. Things suck now. You're stressed out now. It's gonna pass. One day you're gonna be 60. One day you're gonna be 80. It doesn't stop. It's gonna pass. So, anyway, me saying this video with tears in my eyes. Anyway, and then like, I didn't write this one down, but I feel like this song is also pretty powerful. It's Fleetwood Mac. Oh my god, I totally forgot my point. I had a whole another song prepared to tell you guys about. Stevie Nicks. We Can Imagine, right? We Can Imagine. It's not Landslide. It's a different song. But anyway, my point is, maybe I was onto something freshman year when I did my report about the significance of music, and I talked about in it how music can be used as therapy, how music is art and it's interpreted, and some people might feel really emotional when they hear a song and other people might be fine. And you can have emotional connections to songs. You can hate a song, you can love a song. It's crazy, but it's something I'm passionate about, and when I give advice to others, I often tie in music because honestly, like, it's something that I know well. I listen to music that has messages that can be interpreted, and like, feelings are such a unique and powerful thing that need to be navigated, and they can be intense and they can hurt and it can be bad. Like right now for me, like, it's terrible feelings, but I know all things will pass. Time will keep going. I'll keep swimming through these waters. In less than a year, I'm going to be graduated, and all my now problems are going to be in the past. Then I'll have new problems to face, and it'll be like that forever. So, anyway, that's all. I just wanted to, like, share this advice out in the world just in case somebody else, and maybe another college student, someone is struggling and they need to hear some words of wisdom from yours truly. There you go. Bye.